I was a little boy since I got here in second grade. It wasn't that hard because I would just pretend I knew English when I didn't. So I would just make up words, and if people didn't understand me, that was their problem. That's how I felt, I would just say whatever I felt, like everything I wanted to. But as you get older, it's harder. As I see older kids, if they get here older and they're embarrassed. So the older you get, you're embarrassed to speak English if you don't know it. But for me, it was easy because, like I said, I was little, and I would just say words. Oh, a teenager, my first job was in the summer. We used to have groups of kids. Back then, it was called Circuit Rider. I think now it's called the Center. And what they did is you would just sign up for the summer, and then if they accepted you, they would pick you up at a spot. For us, it was at the Citrus Fair. There was like me and like 10 other kids waiting there like at 7:30 in the morning. And then we would get picked up in a little bus, and we would go to do work around parks and stuff. And so that was my first job. And actually, never mind. I used to do gardening too for people. Yeah, I used to do gardening when I was, remember, back to like 7th grade. I was out little and I was pulling weeds and cutting grass and, walking the dogs, feeding animals. That was my first job. And actually, a really good thing now about my job is in the summer I do that. I'm actually one of the leaders in Santa Rosa, where I'm in charge of 12 kids. So I pick them up in the morning in a big van. I pick up 12 to 13 kids, and we go around parks and creeks and just around town and do work. So that's fun. I remember when I used to be a worker, and now I'm one of the leaders. A lot of that is, I guess, motivation. I see a lot of kids that are smart, but that's normal in real younger kids. Like they don't realize how important school is sometimes until it's too late. So sometimes everybody's smart. Show up to class. Some kids fool around. They play with other friends. They talk, and they don't realize that. It's important. To graduate and do good because it's gonna prepare you. And yeah, I just wish there was more motivation for them, because pretty much all the kids that I talked to that didn't graduate, they always regret it. They always say, damn, I wish I would have tried. Or I wish I would have finished high school, without failing. So I guess that's the hardest thing, just keeping them motivated. Same type of stuff motivating them, because a lot of them, they're capable, especially if you can understand English and Spanish. Once you start looking for jobs, you'll understand that, every job, if you can speak English and Spanish, it's a big plus, So, that's really important. And a lot of Latinos, they really don't see that. They just want to graduate, and then they start working, and that's all they do. They just work, and yeah, it's pretty much, I guess, reaching their goals, because everybody's got goals. Everybody wants to always be on the top. And then you settle in at the bottom, where you enter a job getting $10 an hour, and you settle there. You start working, you start paying bills, and you kind of stay there, and then it's hard for you to get out of there once you start working. But yeah, I wish Latinos could just go out there and look around, because I see that a lot of them don't. They just stay in one place. But it's really important, that you go out and look around and you find what's out there. I know being Latino especially, you're always going to have people kind of like not wanting you to succeed. You hear about this, maybe from your parents, but it's the truth. Like when I was younger, I didn't realize this. But once you get a little older and you see people, it's like a lot of people are jealous out there. So especially when they see that you speak English and Spanish, you're going to see a lot of people that kind of don't want you to do good. So a good advice is just to kind of forget about those people and I mean, that's how I was, where they said, don't do this, I would do it. Where people would say, yeah, don't go to college, it's going to be a waste of time. I was like, nope, I'm going to go to college and show them, And so yeah, that's pretty much, I know you guys have goals and you guys want to do good because obviously you're here, you don't want to get out of high school and be nothing, So I guess just not listen to the negative comments because you're going to hear those all your life. So, just when you talk to somebody and it's something negative, kind of like ignore it. And because I remember hearing that a lot more than positive. It was always, don't go to college. It's going to be a waste of money, waste of your time. Don't do that. It's going to be a waste. And I've always done it. So that's it. I guess that could be the best advice is just to not listen to the negative comments and pretty much stick to what you guys want. If you guys have a plan, like I'm going to graduate, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to work here, then keep going, and you'll be surprised it flies. I mean, I've been out of high school for 10 years, and I almost feel like I was here like last week, it's that big of a difference. So stick to your plan and do it. You'll be happy.